Oh man, wrong one. God, no, wake up, KQ. Man. Oh my. Okay, here we go.
I think we live. Shit.
All
What's
right.
up, y'all?
What it do? What it do? Let it do what it do. What it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only for.
Charlo just dropped Lewin with that sweeping right and goes down face
first. It's over. What's going on, everybody? This is KQKC, a boxing network. What's happening? All right. Knockout popped out. He's gonna pop right back in. All right, man. We have a little technical difficulties. All right, me, but knockout. He be right back in. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Man, how everybody doing after a long day of boxing? And man, it's a lot to talk about this morning. All right, what's up, Joseph Jackson? What's going on? All right, yes, sir, man. We had a long day of boxing. So while knockout get ready to come back in, we're gonna see who's all in the building. All right, and don't worry, we're not gonna hold y'all long. Okay, here go knockout right here, baby. All right. Okay, what's going on, knockout?
Hey, what's up? My bad, KQ. I'm on my phone. I had to restart my computer again for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But salute, man. What's going down this morning?
Oh, not much, man. I'm just telling everybody, I was having technical difficulties and getting started, but we're here now, and I'm getting ready to get to the roll call. All right, welcome to the morning after show, and we're gonna talk about a lot of boxing that we had yesterday, and we're gonna get right on into it. All right, yes, sir. I know everybody's tired, but you never get tired of boxing. We saw history last night, yesterday evening, rather. Because it's been the first time in 25 years we had an undisputed heavyweight champion. So right now, we're gonna start off with the top, baby. Let's see who all in the building. All right. We got my man Big Supreme in the building. What's going on, Big Supreme? Big Supreme been hanging in there, baby, with me all day yesterday and this morning. All things. What's goody with you, baby? All right, salute to you. What's going on, Big Dog Willie? What's happening with you? All right, man. Crush, what's going on, baby? Crush Groove. Oh, Crush the Legend. Not my fault. Yes, sir. I'm going back in my old days. All right, what's going on, Teach, man? Oh, man, Teach is hanging in there too, baby. Oh, man, we saw a great fight last night on both cards. Yes, sir. Man, King D. What's going on with you? All right, salute to you. All right. What's going on? Dante's Boxing Talk is up in here. What's going on? All right, yes, sir. Realistic Washington fan is up in here. All in the building boxing is up in here. Oh, we got my man D Ray live on the drive. All right, what's going on? And that's Martin Luther King drive. Everybody got one in the hood. All right, let me see. Eric B. Oh, Eric B. What's Rock King, man? All right, but that's all right. I'll take Eric B. All right, I like to move the crowd. First, ain't no mistakes allowed. I like to move the crowd. That's old school. All right, what's going on, God's self? What's going on with you, man? All right, salute to you. Good to see you. All right, Bella Faith, what's going on with sir? We're going to talk about Brian Norman Jr. Yes, sir. All right, Daniel, welcome back, Daniel. Welcome back. Somebody shot you down last night. I don't know who it was, but they got you. Oh, yeah, that's William Old School. Yeah, that's right. All right, yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? Big Block is up in here. All right, yes, sir. What's going on, Marvin? All right, man. Oh, man, we got JJ up in here. We talking about Joseph Jackson. Wow, man. Oh, man. Only see you on Sunday, Joseph. What's going on, man? Man, you hiding from me, man? What's going on? All right, yes, sir. Okay, man, it jumped on you though, but that's okay. Let me get on.
Joseph been working his way back to YouTube since Devin Haney lost. He been in bereavement. He been working. He been working his way back. Slowly but surely, he'll be back.
Oh, okay,
We
okay,
back. Yeah.
okay. I'm about to say, okay. All right, man. Well, appreciate you, Joseph, coming on in here. But dog for Torres, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Yes, sir. What's up, prime time? Man, big time and prime time, everything. What's going on, Sarah H? Didn't I just see you on the porch? That's my neighbor across behind me. All right, what's going on, Sarah? All right, yes, Eddie Buckley, what's going on with you? All right, yes, sir. Joseph Jackson, welcome back. Come on back. All right, yes, sir. Mateo, yo, L, always supporting the channel, my guy. What's going on, Matthew Bishop, baby, in that super chat? Yes, sir. Peace and blessing. Much respect to the OG and KO. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your love. All right, yes, sir, man. Who else we got up in here? We got Mr. Phelps up in here. What's going on, Mr. Phelps? Oh, Mark Ambrose is in here. All right, yes, sir. We got Oakland. LDTV is up in here. What's going on, Oakland? All right, yes, sir, man. Oh, man, get the screenshot, baby, with no other than Don King, the can man. Yes, sir. I checked him out. All right, yes, sir. Good day. Yes, sir. KQNKO. Yes, sir. All right, we got Zim Mill is up in here. We got Winston Lee is up in here. All right, what's going on? Alan Davis is up in here. All right, appreciate you. All right, and I think that's about all we got so far. Oh, we got Rollo in a photo, baby. Yes, sir. Follow in a photo, baby. What's going on, Rollo? All right, what's happening with you, baby? Yes, sir. Not Rollo from San Francisco. Dun, 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 dun. But that's Rollo in the photo. All right, Tony Cooper, what's going on? All right, salute to you, Tony Cooper. What's going on with y'all? All right, and that's about it for right now. All right, what's going on, KO man? Well,
Man, look, since I started my channel, I can't remember this many upsets, bro.
man,
I remember
I told everybody.
it was so many upsets yesterday, man. Bookies ate my ass alive. But the one I wanted the most, I got right, man. I'm so happy that Alexander Usyk beat Tyson Fury. So I'm glad that one came true. And shout out to Joseph Jackson in the Cash App. He say, you was right about my boy Tyson. Yeah, man, you know, we got a lot right and we got something wrong this week, but we'll be back next week. But look, great weekend of boxing. I thought
Yes, sir.
that yesterday was a very very good day. But I got a little bit of breaking news I wanted to start with you to ask you about first, and that is Christian and Billy, the super middleweight who just signed the Top Rank. Top Rank he's finally fighting somebody with a little bit of a pulse. Obviously the guy is very old, but the guy has a pulse. So he will be taking on the one and only Sergey Derenchenko. They got him to Sergey Derenchenko fight. Sergey gave Jaime Munguia a very tough fight. What do you think? What do you think of that? What do you think of that fight, man? Christian and Billy finally, stepping up in competition a little bit. He'll be taking on Sergey Derenchenko. I think it's July the 7th or 17th. I'll have it here in a minute when I get off my phone and get to my computer. But what do you think of that fight? Christian and Billy versus Sergey Derenchenko gonna be coming up later on this summer.
Oh man, you know what? That's a good one. All right, and shout out to Joseph Jackson too. Yes, sir. He said he'd be in the background listening to me. Okay, appreciate it, Joseph. All right. But Billy, I know who you're talking about exactly. But Billy, man, good fight. He's a good fighter, man. I like that fight. Because man, Demonchenko, man, he gave Jaime McGee a great fight. Matter of fact, man, he was busting up Jaime McGee in one while. So Derenchenko, he is up there in on age, but Billy also. But Billy got that strength, man. He got that strength, and his punches, they do hurt. And he can throw on that right hand. So I can't wait to see that. That's a great fight between two warriors. Two warriors that will let their hands go. So, man, we talking about a slug fest. We ain't talking about a snooze fest. This is a slug fest. Because Derenchenko, he going to let him go, and Billy, he going to let it go. So
I'm about to switch my computer, OG. I'll be right back.
Okay. So that gonna be cool. I can't wait. What's up, LaMarcus Robinson? What's good with you, baby? All right. What's up, Jay Allen? What's happening with you? All right. Yes, sir, man. But I can't wait, man. I can't wait. For that fight, man. I mean, look, this has been a year of upsets so far. Now look at Tyson. Well, I had used to winning anyway, but still and all, I mean. Tyson Fury. You know, hey, they talking about rematch. I don't think it's gonna be a rematch, but anyway, Billy, that's a great fight. Matter of fact, we got a lot of other fights coming coming down the pipe, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait for the other fights to come in. So, man, and these just only one of many that's coming. You know, they're making fights, man, right now as we speak, and I like it. But like I say, and like Knockout said earlier, this is the year of upsets. This is the year of your favorite fighter might get exposed. All right. So, man, every fight is not guaranteed. Every fight is not a win for your favorite fighter, because your favorite fighter might find his ass on the canvas. All right, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody now is either chasing that belt or that money. All right, and we got some young up
Yep.
and coming warriors, some young up and coming warriors. So watch out for your favorite fighter, cause man, coming to a neighborhood near you. All right, so there you go.
Yeah, and you know it be like this. It be. Oh my bad. Go ahead, OG.
Okay. No. I was just saying, I was gonna say, man, look, Tank fighting on the 15th. Now, never know. Tank might hit that canvas itself, you know, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, now I gotta be back. All right. I doubt it though, but hey, never know. This is boxing. Anything can happen in boxing. And that's why I say you gotta love boxing and not the fighter. And now that's what I love about boxing. Now we got the rehydration clause. All right, we got that now. Okay, the WBA, they implemented that right after the Tank fight, not the Tank fight, but right after it. And man, I say go across the board with it. That's why I think. You know. So, all right. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, he disconnected again. Okay. Is it disconnected or is he there? Is he there? Is he there? There you go. All right. Yes, sir. So that's all I got on that. Yes, sir. Yeah, the tank rule. Now that wasn't the tank rule, okay? But I'm just saying, now they got the rehydration clause, which I think they should have across the board. That's how that's what I believe. But it's gonna be a lot of disappointments, and that's why every fighter should train hard and train like they're supposed to, make weight like they're supposed to, because you never know. You never know what can happen. So that's all I got knocked out on that. All right. And he's gone again. All right. Pick up boo, pick up boo. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. I don't know if he want me to move on to the next subject and whether he's ready for that or not. Okay, I want to jump and gun on him. All right, but he popping in, he popping out. All right. What's going on, Picasso? What's going on? Who else did I miss coming in here? All right. Sarah H is in here. All right, they're gonna knock out again. What's going on, knockout?
Man, I'm just gonna try to do this shit from my phone because I don't know what the hell
That's
going on.
cool.
My
Okay, that's
computer.
cool. We won't be too long. Okay.
My bad, everybody. I
Yeah.
apologize, but what were you talking about? Were you still talking about in Bill or what were you talking about?
Yeah, well, I was talking about in Billy and the year of disappointments. And then I was saying that it's a lot of fights that's being made right now. And let's just say, look at Tank. Tank Davis. He fight June 15th. Who knows how that fight might end up?
Yeah, I would say for all these fighters, boxing is such a niche sport. First of all, the Mbile fight, I love the Mbile fight with
Me too.
Berinchyk. I think it's a good step up fight for him. Mbile is one of the more under the radar, exciting fighters that we have in the sport of boxing. Love watching him fight on the inside and the different angles that he takes and how he pivots and to get his hooks off and the awkward overhand rights and the uppercuts that he throws. And he's always in danger because he's so aggressive. So he takes some punishment too. So just an extremely fun fighter to watch fight. So love that. As far as the year that boxing is having, all these dudes better be on notice, man.
Yeah.
Like you've been watching boxing a long time. Sometimes it be like this. It'll be a year where you just have a ton of upsets that you didn't see coming. And this year is starting off like that, man. I mean, look at last night alone, and then obviously the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia stuff. If that stands, and the New York State Athletic Commission doesn't do anything to overturn Ryan Garcia's victories, you got that one that's going down. Sebastian Fundora beating
Right.
Tim Tszyu.
Oh yeah, man.
You got obviously Fury Usyk. A lot of people saw it as an upset. You got Joe Cordina versus Anthony KQKC yesterday.
Yeah.
Navarrete lost yesterday. So yeah, if you're Terrence Crawford taking on Israel Madrimov, if you're Gervonta Davis taking on Frank Martin, you better be on notice, man.
Yeah.
You better be on notice. You better come with your A game and shit, cause these underdogs, they seeing this shit. They starting to believe. They watching all these fights. They like, shit, why it can't be me?
Right.
Why
Yeah.
can't I go in there and give it all I got and get the upset and shit? This dude bleeds just like me. He human just like me. So I think it's great for the sport to bring parity. Last night was not good for my pocketbooks, you know what I'm saying, on my picks, but you ain't gonna get all your picks right all the time. You just study and do the best you can and hope you get them right. But sometimes underdogs come and they gotta say, you know what I mean? They gotta say, and sometimes you pick them, sometimes you don't. But I can't be happier than what we saw yesterday, and that's why we love the sport, right? Like at the end of the day, all the talking that we do, all of the prognostications and the predictions and shit, them boys train their ass off, man, and they go and they have an opportunity to prove everybody wrong and to do shit that nobody thought they could do, and that's what we saw last night. So I'm with you on that, man. That's that I love last night because Dennis Berinchyk, fucking Alexander Usyk, man, the whole country of Ukraine, OG, everything they
That's what I was
going
about
through.
to say. Yeah.
Everything they going through, getting invaded and shit. This ain't no political channel and shit, but I'm sure that country is rejoicing and celebrating and just ecstatic right now, bro. They probably still partying right now, dog.
Three wins in 7 days. Lomachenko, Usyk, and Berinchyk, all in 7 days. Yeah, man.
Loma too, but that was Cambosos.
Right.
Usyk and Berinchyk were not supposed to win those fights.
Right. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like everybody knew Loma was gonna piece up Cambosos, but for Berinchyk, that shit that was surprising, man. But let's talk about a couple fights, because I also want to talk to you about some news. You and I'm sure you've been discussing it on your channel. I know I've been discussing it on my channel. We haven't talked about the Tank Davis WBA shit with the rehydration clause. We didn't get to recap Lomachenko and Cambosos, and plus we got all the fights from this weekend. So man, let's talk about the main one, and not to skip over anything, y'all, but we know y'all here for the main topics, and we only got about 52 minutes, so we got to get to the shit that everybody came to talk about. So let's talk about the big one, OG. Like you said when you started the show, man. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury fought for undisputed in the heavyweight division with the WBO, WBC, WBA, IBF, and the lineal ring. Every single belt, all 27 belts. I don't know why I said 27, but all 27 belts was on the line, OG.
Yes.
What do you think of Usyk's performance, man? What did you see when you were calling the fight?
Man, Usyk, he had to figure him out a little bit. Fury, first of all, he's a clown. He was acting, his usual self. But I mean, Usyk, he wasn't playing around. He was serious about winning that fight. Now, of course, Usyk, he's not no big heavyweight. He's not one of them 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" heavyweights, but he can box. He can fight. He's thick from the bottom all the way up. Yes, Deontay Wilder got power, but he's only built heavy from the waist up. But Usyk, he got Fury number after a couple rounds. I would say maybe about after 4 rounds. Now, Fury, he doesn't have a lot of pop. All right, he don't have a lot of pop. And what happened was that he was going to the body. Now I don't know why Fury abandoned that jab. All right, he was still using the jab, backhand jab, but then here come Usyk. Usyk kept on bagging up the bigger Fury, and he was bagging him up into the corner. And then the Fury again, he'd throw a body shot. He'd throw it and loop it. But there go Usyk. He catching it on the glove. Then Usyk came out in the 9th round with a lot of energy. He was pushing him back. He kept pushing him back. He kept pushing him back. And then, of course, then he hit him with an overhand looping left hand. Like I always say, that southpaw move where you fall out to the right and throw the left hand. And he caught a piece of that nose and he broke it. He broke it. And that was the beginning of the end for Fury. So Fury kept on wiping that nose. And once you wipe that nose, keep on wiping and wiping it, it's broke. And that what happened last night with Fury. Fury did not take it seriously, and I don't think Fury thought he was a Wilder or someone else like that. But remember, Usyk is thick. Usyk hits hard. He hits hard, and Fury never been in a fight where someone hit that hard. You know, we talking about Usyk fought Anthony Joshua. He beat him not once but twice. You know, so Usyk got some pop and he can fight, and he got a hard brick hand. So now, Fury now he didn't have no answers. Sugar Hill didn't have no answers. Now that and they talking about rematch, but I don't think Fury is up for a rematch because Usyk really got his number now. He knows he's gonna sit back and throw that long reach he has, and now Usyk got to buy his time, get under that jab, or get out of range of that jab and come back with a counter. Usyk was going downstairs from round 1 all the way to round 9. That's all he was going, and that's all Fury was giving him anyway. And he took it, and he would start running out of gas. So then, once again, here come the 9th round. And Fury, now I think it should have been a knockdown, but he didn't call it the first time. But Fury was like out on his feet. He was out on his feet because that's how hard Usyk hits. Now I know Deontay Wilder's a power puncher. We know he got that right hand, but Fury got all the components. He got all the accolades coming from a smaller weight class, cruiserweight, undisputed. Then come back up to the heavyweight department, and then he's not 6'7". He's not coming in at 300 pounds, but he still became undisputed, and that's impressive to me. So that's all I have on that.
Yeah, man. Alexander Usyk, his ability to use his foot feints and keep feinting at Fury to bring Fury out first, and then counter him and make sure he invested to the body early in the fight. Were things that were just beautiful to watch. Tyson Fury, I thought that he would need to try to use the game plan that he used in the second and third Deontay Wilder fight, use his size on Usyk and try to lean on him and try to come at him, because he can't box with Usyk, and people were surprised to hear me say that, but Usyk is literally better, and he proved it, but he's literally better at every aspect of technical boxing than Tyson Fury, whether it's defense, footwork, counterpunching ability, head movement, and the stuff that you can't talk about, you really can't see until it happens. Stuff like heart, grit, determination, being disciplined his entire career. He just proved that he's like an overall better fighter than Tyson Fury, and he's a strong finisher. OG, like he when the chips get down, when he done got off a little bit like he did at the beginning of the fight, then Tyson Fury started getting off on him in the middle of the fight, and it was time for an adjustment. Like we all know, Usyk don't like body shots, and when Tyson Fury in the middle of the fight started going to his body, leaning on him a little bit in like the 5th and 6th round, and it looked like Tyson Fury was gaining the momentum. That was a turning point in the fight because Usyk bit down. He showed grit and determination, and he just kept pressing forward, bro. And to do that to a bigger man on that type of stage shows the type of dog that he is. So I was thoroughly impressed with Usyk, but this is nothing that we haven't seen him do in his career. Like you just mentioned it. Like he went to the UK and beat Anthony Joshua, then beat him in a rematch. Then before that, he ran through cruiserweight, like ran through the entire division, bro.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like he's a different type of breed. So salute to him. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful performance. And I gotta after the performance, I gotta ask this question to you. Who's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world? Is it Terrence Crawford or is it Alexander Usyk?
Man, hey, I got to go with Usyk, man, on this one. I know. I mean, I know both guys been undisputed twice, but Usyk just got the all around package, man. And he's a heavyweight, but he came up from cruiserweight and went up to heavyweight and and dominated. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Usyk's not a big guy, and that counts for something. He's not a 6'7" heavyweight. He ain't one of them tall, big heavyweights like Joshua, Wilder, Fury. He's not, no. He's a small heavyweight. And he dominated a 6'9". A 6'9" heavyweight. So, man, I ain't mad. Hey, look, I ain't mad at that, I am not mad at that at all, at all. So, man, I mean, shout out to Usyk because I'm sorry. And like Terrence Crawford said last night, you got to give the man the credit. Pound for pound, baby. You got to give him credit,
Yeah.
So, shout out to Usyk. I think he's the better pound for pound heavyweight. You got to give him his credit, man, because I mean he did what a lot of fighters couldn't do. And this is a different era, of course. It's more belts now, but still, that's even harder too. So I mean, shout out to Usyk, man. For real. I don't care about where he from. I don't care what color his skin is. He can box. He can fight, and he bit down. He bit down hard. So I'm good with that. You know. So once again, shout out to Big Dog Willie in that super chat. He said, "Did you hear Bill Haney got stomped out by transvestite in a Walmart in Las Vegas? It happened at 10:32 p.m. last night. He currently in the hospital. Facts." Oh,
Oh man, that's crazy. Look,
oh
so
man.
so how I do my pound for pound list,
Okay.
I still have Terrence Crawford number one because I think he's a more talented fighter. I think
Uh-huh.
he has more skills than Usyk. However, if you go off how Ring does their pound for pound list, how ESPN does their pound for pound list, and you
Uh-huh.
consider accolades, you got to
Uh-huh.
Alexander Usyk, bro. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you got to give it to him because his
Mhm.
shit was more difficult. Straight
Yeah.
up, his undisputed runs are more difficult. The man
Yeah.
literally first of all, the cruiserweight run, everything was in somebody else's home country. Every champion he fought, he had to beat them and take their belt from them with judges against them, promotion companies against them, and the whole entire business of boxing against him. So he had to beat them so cleanly to where
Yeah.
he couldn't get robbed. So
Yeah.
that's one notch under his belt. Bud Crawford didn't have to do that. Um,
Right.
then making the jump from cruiserweight, because remember when he made the jump from cruiserweight, there was no bridgerweight division to bridge the gap. He went
No.
from
No.
he went from a weight class to an unlimited weight class,
Right.
and he
Right.
beat the best. He beat the best people in that weight class. His run in his career is literally the definition of why the pound for pound list was created. The pound for pound list was created to say if these guys were the same size, if this little guy was a heavyweight, could he beat the heavyweights? Usyk said, "You don't have to worry about no hypotheticals with me. I'm gonna
Right.
actually move up. I'm
Yep.
gonna actually move up, and I'm gonna fight him, and I'm gonna show you that I can beat them."
That's right.
So
Got that. Yeah.
when you look at Maris Breedis on his resume and Bellew, and then moving up and beating Anthony Joshua twice and beating Tyson Fury, come on, bro. That's not
Right.
like he beating dudes with a 30-40 pound weight advantage, bro.
Yeah.
He weighed 223 pounds last night.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury weighed 263 pounds.
Yeah. He came
Outweighed
in
outweighed
small.
him by
Yeah.
40 pounds, bro. 40
Wow.
pounds.
Mm.
Now, when somebody else do that and beat that motherfucker, Annie was 6-7 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
definition of pound for pound, bro. So if you want to consider accolades and the level of difficulty and not just the skill of the fighters, you got to say Usyk's number one pound for pound right now, bro. You got to.
Definitely. Yeah.
You got to, unless you just got, do the hypothetical skills list. And if these dudes were the same size, I think Terrence Crawford would beat him. So I got Terrence Crawford pound for pound number one. Okay, I understand that because that's how I do my list. But if you consider accolades and you consider resume and you consider accomplishments as part of your pound for pound list, honestly, bro, it's Usyk and it's not even close. It's not even a conversation. So that's my thoughts on that, man. He took over the heavyweight division and now he's the king. Now he's the king, man.
Yeah. Let me get a couple of these super chats. Okay, real fast. Okay, let me see. We got Tune in the super chat. All right, yes, sir. He said won money on Berinchyk, Conseco, piece nav up. Okay, yes, he did. All right, and Tune also said another super chat. He said, furthermore, how the F can a score be 8-5? Wow. Okay. We got Tune again in the super chat. He said, Usyk ain't a better fighter than Bud. Better resume. All right. Okay.
Yeah, see, I agree. I agree with that. I agree.
Okay.
But if you talk about accolades and accomplishments and shit and who they actually beat, shit not close.
Okay. Let me see. Tune. Once again, saying Haney can't get past 3 pounds. No, it ain't him at number one. Okay.
I think Rolo in the photo drop you something too.
Yeah. I think wait a minute. Okay. Usyk had 2 shaky wins though. Derek and Dubois both never had a close fight. More dominant.
Yeah, that's a good point. I would just say, look how much they outweighed Usyk by. Like his wins, they're just more impressive, bro. Like they just more impressive. Bud will never, nor should he. I'm not saying he should do this, but he will never, and he has never fought guys at a 30-pound, 40-pound weight disadvantage, bro. He's never done that, and he never will because he just, he's a smaller guy. He got weight classes. Like,
right.
Bud is hypothetical. Like, what Usyk is doing would be like Bud fighting Usyk as a cruiserweight. Like, Bud would have to do that. Come in, let Usyk make cruiserweight, and Bud Crawford come in making 147, and then like he would have to do that, bro, for him to be doing what Usyk is doing. It's just more impressive, dog. It's just more impressive, bro. Like it just is what it is. He's literally fighting at a disadvantage every time he goes in the ring at heavyweight. The guys Derek Chisora and Danny Dubois, both of them outweighed him by 30 or 40 pounds, bro. They both walk around fighting at 250, 247, 255. Like, them dudes big, man. And he little 220-pound ass piecing their ass up, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who. Let me see. Anderson, Big Baby Anderson. No, he's bigger than you, I think. I'm trying to see the size.
Yeah, Jared Anderson bigger than him.
Yeah, Jared Anderson and
240.
yes, Sanchez bigger. Yeah. Okay.
Check it. Check it. Like, I see the people talking about Bud and Canelo. That's cool. That's still only from welterweight to super middleweight, y'all. That's still only a 20-pound difference, bro.
Right.
That's still only a 20-pound difference. These dudes he literally weighed in 223. Tyson Fury weighed in 262. What we talking about, bro? What we talking about? Like, that's still double. That's still double the weight, bro. Double the size. And Canelo Alvarez 5'7". Bud Crawford would have the reach and height advantage over him. Usyk has no advantages over Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury 6'9".
Yeah.
Tyson Fury 260. He 220. There is no true weight. Tyson Fury can weigh whatever he want to weigh. Anthony Joshua can weigh as big as he want to weigh. And Usyk just coming in that bitch piecing them up, bro. Shit different, fam. I'm trying to tell y'all. Shit different, man. But that's all I got on that fight, man. You got anything else on that fight?
No, that's all I got on it. I just, Usyk he just impressed me, and I didn't see that coming. I had Usyk winning, but I didn't know he was gonna dominate like that, especially that ninth round. That ninth round was, man, historic, and like I say, boxing needed that. That meant 25 years, and now we have a new heavyweight champion. Hopefully, it won't take another 25 years if if they start fighting across sanctioned body. I mean, not sanctioned body, promotional companies, and get it, and get it popping. Then we'll have to worry about that. But like I said, the heavyweight division, kill it had been stagnated,
Yeah.
right? Because you got a belt over here, a belt over there, and then they'll lose the belt.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to fight on that platform. You don't want to fight. So it was kind of hard to make it. So hopefully going forward now, it won't be so difficult. It won't take 25 years again to have a undisputed heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
about to drop them belts real soon. He
yeah,
30, he 37 years old, and
yeah,
after the fight, he was talking about, I just want to go kiss my wife, be with my kids, take a break. So he about to start dropping belts real
oh
soon.
yeah.
So hopefully they can get dispersed and people can get shots at them, and then we can start the process of getting these belts unified all over again.
Mhm.
One
Shout out to Babes. Shout out to Babes in the super sticker. All right. Appreciate you, Babes. All right. All right. Matthew Bishop. Shout out to you. And the cash app. Peace and blessing. Much respect. Okay. OG. Okay. I got that one. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay.
so I don't want to I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I wanted to ask you because I haven't had the opportunity to speak with you about it, even behind the scenes either. What do you think of this Tank Davis WBA situation where they called it? They said that they were going to have a 12-pound rehydration clause for his fight with Frank Martin. That they were
Mhm.
implementing the new rule in the WBA, but then but Tank Davis and Frank Martin didn't know anything about it. Their fight was already signed, so then the same day they backtracked and decided that they're not going to have a rehydration clause in the Tank Davis and Frank Martin fight. Obviously, you have fight fans that are blaming Tank Davis for this, calling it the Tank Davis rule. You have fight fans such as myself that are like, nah, this is the WBA. They're trying to do this shit across the board. What's your thoughts on that whole situation with the WBA?
Well, well, like I say, I always say this. I think I heard you say this too. I'm not for sure. But I always say, look, love boxing and not the fighter. All right. Now, we all got our favorite fighters. Okay. That's great. But the hate that you have for Gervonta Davis, yes, I get it. He had put rehydration clauses on a couple fighters. I get that. And it does make sense why he did it. Because, he's a smaller, a lightweight. Matter of fact, he can fight at 130 if he wants to, but still, in all, you got to protect yourself, and all these guys get rehydrated up 60 pounds and 50 pounds or whatever. It was getting out of control. And now I'm not trying to shake and ruffle no damn feathers here, right? But you got a lot of fighters that come in, make the weight, look like a skeleton, but then the next day they rehydrate up to, man, 165 or 140, things like that, and that's a disadvantage, and that's why rehydration clauses was put on a lot of these fighters, so, man, look, I'm all for it. I think it should be like that all the way across the board. It should be, one of my subscribers said, a 10%. Okay, if you at 140, okay, it should be 14 pounds. All right, something like that. Or on WH say 12 pounds. IBF had it for years. Ain't nobody said shit then. Ain't nobody said nothing then. So why say something now? But I get it. First thing you think about Gervonta Davis. But see, like I say, it took Earl Spence to come out. It took Mendoza to come out to tell y'all, no, 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 we doing this. And plus, they was gonna implement it in their fight on the 15th. But now they're gonna wait to after the 15th going forward to implement that. And I think it should be all across the board knockout. That's how I think. And that way, uh, uh, we have a lot of guys that if you find that if you don't weigh 140, if you don't weigh that, let's say you 145 or something like that, go to 147. If you can't make the weight and you struggling to make the weight, but you make it though, but why kill yourself when you can go up to the next weight class? Unless you can't punch or you can't take a punch. So therefore they're gonna kill themselves to stay down there so they can have a better advantage, a bigger advantage.
Yeah.
So, I'm all for it, man. And Tank, like I say, Tank, Usyk, not Usyk, Tank, Lomachenko. These are smaller grown men. They are through growing, and they don't want to come in at a lightweight and fight a welterweight. That's what it's gonna look like. That's what it looked like when Lomachenko fought Haney. Haney had to bend down his knees. Go look at the fight. He had to bend down to box him. Because he was towering over Lomachenko. So come on. I think that's a fair thing they're doing. I think
Yeah.
it should be across the board, man, and I'm all for it. Yeah,
So it's funny that in a sport that people die in literally every year, people are against the sport implementing rules that'll save people's lives and that'll keep people from being in the ring compromised, because people get fluid taken off their brain cutting way too much weight. People pass out trying to cut too much weight. People get extremely sick trying to
yeah,
cut too much weight. Y'all have any? Do y'all not know that extreme weight cuts and putting too much strain on his body, that's why Virgil Ortiz had to take a year and a half away from the sport, and he had to move up in weight because he was too fucking big trying to cut a whole bunch of weight,
yeah,
and he ended up getting that rhabdo shit that puts toxins in your blood and shit. Like y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember
yeah, yeah.
Y'all don't
Remember,
remember Jaime Munguia cutting weight and fainting, or all the numerous UFC fighters that cut so much weight that they damn near kill themselves and shit, bro. Like
right,
I guess we forget about these situations. So I just think it's
right.
more crybaby shit from fans whose favorite fighters, like you said, can't take a punch and can't punch. So you don't
Mhm.
want your favorite fighter to have to fight at his true weight class because you may end up finding out that he's not that fucking good, right?
Right,
And
right.
for me, anything that's gonna be in favor of making dudes be their full self in the ring,
Hmm.
making dudes be who they really are in the ring, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? Like I'm all for
Right.
seeing the best out of you. Because maybe, did you ever stop to think maybe some of your favorite fighters and shit, maybe they really do got power. They just cutting way too much weight.
Yeah.
Maybe if they only cut 5 pounds instead of cutting 25 pounds, maybe they might look even better in the ring. Did y'all ever think of that? So I don't understand how fighters and fight fans can try to blame somebody for a rule that's good for everybody. Like I hope the WBA implements it soon. I hope the WBC and WBO all follow suit so we can
Yeah.
start getting a better. So first of all, we'll get a better idea of what weight class guys really fight at, and
Yep.
big they truly are, and not play
Hmm.
all these games with the scale. Number two, we'll find out how good people really are, how skilled people really are. And for people that make fun and call it a Tank Davis rule, well, I do know that when Monster Anyway decides to move up to featherweight, this rule would definitely benefit him. I know it'll definitely benefit him. I know that when Terrence Crawford fights on August the 3rd against
Hmm.
Israel Madrimov, moving up to 154 pounds, this rule will definitely benefit Terrence Crawford.
Hold it right there. You just said when months anyway. This gonna benefit the lower weight classes.
Yeah,
Think about going up 12 pounds and you coming in at 115. Then that means you come in at 120 something. It's benefiting the smaller weight classes.
yeah.
I think, and so now higher you go, of course, okay, you even it out, but the lower weight classes, that's the
It's
problem.
it's
Yeah,
benefiting the middleweight classes too, because we got a lot of welterweights that still fighting at 140 and 135. And guess what? We ain't got no welterweight fighters no more. We got
that's right.
Jerron Boots in us. That's it. Ain't no
Yeah,
ain't no welterweights no more, bro. They all gone. We got
yeah.
the two biggest names in
Ryan Norman.
welterweight are Jerron Boots Ennis and
Mhm.
Mario Barrios. And if you want to count Ryan Garcia, he just got there. And guess what Ryan Garcia is trying to do? Ryan Garcia calling out Pitbull. He want to fight. He want to fight Tank Davis. He want to fight everybody at catch weights. Nah, bro, fight at fucking welterweight. You a welterweight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fight at welterweight. Do your thing, bro. So for
Exactly.
me, as long as my issue with this weight shit has always been fighters dictating the shit. Like a fighter should not be able to put a rehydration clause on another fighter or catch weight on another fighter. That is the sanctioning body's job. So if the sanctioning body is going to do it, I got no problem with it. I want to see these dudes at their best anyway. I want to see
Right.
if people's favorite fighters really got power, if they really skilled, and maybe it's just they cutting too much weight so they can never be they self on fight night. Because you hear all these gym stories. You got these fighters
Right.
that's whooping everybody ass in sparring, bro. They whoop everybody in sparring, then they come in the night of the fight and can't bust a motherfucking grape. Maybe that's because in sparring they actually who they really are. They actually are weighing what they really weigh in shape, and they not cutting weight and sparring because they just working on their craft and shit. Maybe that's why they whooping everybody ass in sparring and then get to motherfucking fight night and can't bust a grape.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So I ain't got no problem with it. I think the only people that are crying about it to me are people whose favorite fighters use weight as a weapon, meaning they use it as an advantage. So I know that I walk around, and I'm bigger than the weight class that I can make, but I can cut weight real good. I got access to a nutritionist. I got access to really good supplements or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna cut weight. I'm gonna skip a couple of weight classes to give myself an advantage. And then that way I come in there, bitch, looking like I can box everybody's ears off their goddamn head. That's the only fan bases that are mad, are guys whose favorite fighters and ladies whose favorite fighters use
Right.
weight as a weapon. If your fighter
No.
don't use weight as a weapon, you don't really give a fuck about this rule. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I would prefer them to do some same day weigh in shit, OG, where they weigh in. That way you know a motherfucker can't cut more than 3 or 5 pounds.
Right.
And then
Right.
got to go in there and get it cracking. Then people will be truly fighting at their very best. But that's just my personal opinion, man. I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah. Me neither. Yeah, I ain't no problem with it. Like I say, a lot of fighters use weight as an advantage. You know, well, heavyweight really, but I'm just want to use this as an example. Look how Fury came in so heavy on Wilder. He used that weight advantage and to beat Wilder. Then you got some guys down at the lower weight classes. Now, some people call them weight bullies or whatever, but see, this is the problem. You make the weight. Both guys make the weight. Now, it ain't his fault that you only rehydrate up to 20 pounds. Well, he rehydrated up to 50, 60, 70 pounds. So that's why he looked considerably bigger than his opponent. So but yeah, that's all I got. All right, Mark Ambrose, it's in the super chat. What's going on? He said a better question on is why would you want to fight a smaller fighter when you weigh 20 to 30 pounds over that limit? Good, damn right.
Yeah,
That's right.
because you want an advantage. You want to be able to
Right.
take punches
Right.
better. You want to be able to have that size advantage. You want to absorb punishment better. You want to be able to lean on a motherfucker. You want to be able to bully people in clinches and shit, make them tired and shit. That's why. That's why. It's very simple. Advantage.
Yeah.
A competitive
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah. And Tune also saying everybody let me see, hold on. Everybody blaming Tank for a WBA rule. How we know it ain't for Canelo after his comment after Benavides, as if Canelo never had clauses. Tank hate for real. Well,
That,
yeah, I mean,
that's a real good point he making. It's just because
mhm,
they were gonna do it in the Tank fight, so that's why that's why Tank getting blamed, because the first time they were gonna do it was gonna be for Tank Davis's fight.
right. Then once that got situated, then here come I heard Leonard Allaby. Oh, he's real tight with the WBA, Mr. Mendoza. So I think he talked him into doing it and stuff. I said, listen, and this was the problem with a lot of guys, a lot of so-called fans. You all don't listen. It's just basic common sense. The man say no, they're not doing it in that fight. Y'all still insist on pushing it. All right. This is still, I mean, what advantage do Tank will have? They are weighing in at the same weight class. They are weighing in at the same weight. I mean, so I mean, they both rehydrated about the same, 20 to 25 pounds. I mean, it's just basic common sense. But people just don't have that, you
Yeah.
know? So, but
It's just one of those, and I'll end it with this. It's just one of those situations where if you use your common sense,
mm,
you know it's not Tank, because Tank could have put anything he wanted in the contract for Frank Martin, and Frank Martin would have took the damn fight. But the reason that they're not doing it in the Tank and Frank fight is because neither one of them knew about it, and their contract was already signed. So that's how
there
you
you go.
know. That's how you know it's not him. But people just act stupid.
There
Like
you
they literally already had a contract signed, and the WBA and everybody reporting on it saying they're not implementing it in this fight with Tank and Frank because their contract was already signed, meaning Tank stood on exactly what he said about Ryan Garcia and every fighter moving forward. If you make weight, I don't give a fuck what you weigh the night of the fight. Because he could have, like, Frank Martin has never, I think he's been the main event, one time against Michelle Rivera? He's been the
go. Right.
main event like one time, or maybe him and Artem, he was the main event. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's basically, unless you're in this chat right now and you're in these boxing chats every day, Frank Martin is a no-name fighter that's never been on pay-per-view, that's never
Right.
sold any tickets for real. If Tank Davis wanted to rehydrate clause him or whatever, put a rehydration clause on him, Tank
Mm,
Davis could have just did that shit in the contract, bro. But
right.
he didn't, which is the reason why they're like, nah, we can't put this shit on them, because neither one of them knew about it, and we're trying
Right.
to change at the last minute. But y'all just ignore those facts, bro. You just
Yeah.
fucking ignore them just because you want to have something negative to say about that young man. And that's why I say a lot of y'all hate on that young man for no fucking reason, bro.
Yeah.
The shit is crazy. But that's all I got on it, man.
All right. Joseph Jackson, check your cash out.
All right, I'll check it. I'll check it in a second. I'm on my phone, Joseph. So
Oh, okay.
oh,
Young World.
yeah, I'm on
Okay.
my phone, bro. But shout out to Joseph Jackson in the Cash App. If you want to just put the comment in here, and I'll read it, Joseph. If you want to put the comment in here, because I won't be able to check no more Cash Apps until after the show, bro. Since I'm having to do it from my phone, since my computer been tripping this morning.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay. What you want to talk about now, Brian Norman?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about that kid from Georgia shocking the shit out of me, man. Shout out
Man,
to him, bro. What you got on that fight, bro?
man, listen, this dude, I don't know, and I'm just throwing this out here, but I don't know. Did Bob or somebody from Top Rank say, man, you better perform or you can pack your bags? I don't know, but because the last fight, he didn't look so well in that
He
last
hasn't
fight.
looked good in a single top ranked fight, bro.
Man,
Since
yes,
he got the
yes,
top rank deal, he been looking suspect the whole time. He said,
yes,
hold my beer, KO. Hold
man,
my beer, KO. Let me show your ass something. God damn, Brian. You costing me money, but what a phenomenal
man,
performance. Go ahead, OG.
man. I mean, first of all, what a beard he got. Man, I'm talking about he got a beard and chin on him. And he ain't shy. He let his right hand go left hand. I'm talking about he was throwing it with authority. The only thing I had, the only problem I had, why was you still laying on the ropes? Why was you fighting off the ropes? Because that was the bread and butter for Giovanni. All right, Giovanni was right there and he had fire right off the break. And I said, watch you fire right off they break it up. But soon they step one step back, bam, he fired. But it was a great slug fest. And Norman, strong man. He looked as strong last night. I mean, we talking about a looping left hand, a slap right hand, a straight right hand, a body shot, a uppercut. I mean, man, he let his hands go, but he kept getting walked back towards the ropes. And that's when Giovanni Santana got on him. That's what got on him. But I had to get it to the young brother. He did not get rattled, Kel. He still stayed cool, calm, and collective. He didn't get rattled at all. He didn't get rattled at all when he got overwhelmed. When he got overwhelmed by Santana, he was hitting him behind the head. They didn't call them rabbit punches because they was there all day, all night. I don't know what the referee was doing. But anyway, then of course he get caught up and then they get in a slugfest on the ropes. And he come out on top with that slugfest. I mean, man, it was a great entertaining fight. Matter of fact, that fight was better than the main card. All right.
Facts, bro.
You
Yeah, man, you Navarrete and Berinchyk, I was disappointed a little bit. We'll talk about it in a minute, but yeah, Hey, Giovanni Santillan and fucking Brian Norman probably just entertainment value. Obviously, Usyk and Fury had way higher stakes, and we glued to our seats for that one. But just entertainment value, I think Brian Norman and Giovanni Santillan was the most entertaining fight I watched of the weekend. But go ahead, OG.
Oh yeah, so man, Brian Norman, he needed that. He needed that for his career. He needed that because he been here, he been there, he been but now I hope this can continue on. Now I'm not for sure. Maybe you can tell me, KO. Did he change trainers or anything?
His daddy was in his corner, bro.
Okay, he always been in his corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what sparked the plug. I don't know. Did he pray? I don't know. Did a magic wand hit his head? I don't know. But he got to keep it up. He got to keep it up and go in there and work his jab because his jab was kind of lazy. He got to get in there and snap that jab and then come with his power shots. I mean, he was landing all his power shots. And he was kind of much a lot of head hunting too. He got to start going down to the body, work his way up. And he need to stay off the ropes. Instead of going straight back, he got to go side to side. That way he won't get pushed back so much. So, but man, that was a hell of a fight, man.
Listen, man, I don't know where all this framing came from. This fucking counter uppercut came from, peeling the guard down and shit. I'm watching Brian Norman like, where the fuck did? Because if you go back and you watch his top rank fights, right? These pressure fighters, they've been on his ass, bro. They've been on his ass. He been barely squeaking by. He ain't looked like he had no power because he ain't stopped nobody since he came over the top rank, bro. And then he get this Giovanni Santillan coming off of the Alexis Rocha win. Giovanni in front of his goddamn hometown. He tried to steamroll this young man. And he just throwing everything hard. He aggressive. He got Brian Norman against the ropes. And he hit Brian Norman with some hellacious left hands. And he ate the bitch.
Ooh, yes.
Brian Norman still ain't got no defense. His shoulder rolls still broke. And he's still he not fluid at all. But that young. Oh, hold on, my damn alarm. My daughter forgot to turn the damn alarm off. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Brian Norman, man, look, I mean, he surprised me last night. I mean, that was a whole different Norman than I seen before.
All right, I'm back. My bad.
Okay. That was a whole different Norman I seen before. So go ahead.
But like I was saying, like the defense still is suspect. He was taking a lot of shots very, very flush on the chin. He can't do that in the future. But what that young man is, that young man's strong as hell. He's a dog. And he really do got power. He found his fucking power last night. I know that much, boy. He folded the way he folded Giovanni Santillan up. I forgot my money was on the line. I started rooting for him and shit. I'm like, what the fuck on? This nigga, he costing me money, but I'm rooting for him. But that's just how into the fight I was, bro. I was like, yo, this dude is impressing me. And then when he dropped him, OG, I know you might not like this. Maybe you a little more classy than I am. But when he dropped him and he stood over him, hey, look.
Yeah, ESPN didn't like that. Yeah, he's still there. He sat down, he squatted down like, man, how that feel? I like that.
Yeah, Brian. He said something. They brought it up on the telecast, and he said something in the leader. He said, I know they bringing me here to lose. He said, I know they bringing me here to lose, and he said, I ain't going back against the wall. What's good? And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you a welterweight, if you know what I'm saying, and you try and fight him and all that shit, you better box his ass.
Yeah.
You better box it. I don't know if that's a young man you want to get into a war with. He got a solid ass chin. He punch hard. And he seen the love of that shit last night, boy.
Man,
he seen the love. I was impressed, bro.
Yeah.
That boy was nasty on the inside. Bro, the way he hit so when he dropped Giovanni the second time, bro, and they called the fight off, he hit him so hard. Giovanni, like, he like went unconscious and like just went limp and then got back his consciousness real quick on the way to the ground. I ain't never seen somebody get knocked out, look like they sleep midair and then wake up midair too. I was like, yo, he hit you so hard, he put you to sleep and woke your ass back up, bro. Like, goddamn.
Man,
Like, yeah, I was impressed by that young man. And now OG, he gonna be the WBO champion,
right.
and they gonna give him and the great and bro, this is why. Like I'm glad I get to speak on shit like this because this is like really why I love the sport is for stories like this because this man on his way out of his contract, they put
Yep.
him in there to lose to this motherfucker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If he lose, he getting dropped, he getting nothing, and now they gonna be begging to re-sign him because he got their WBO belt that Bob Arum love to have control of.
Right.
He's the interim champion. We know Terrence Crawford is not coming back to welterweight. He dropping that belt. Brian Norman gonna be right there to be elevated to welterweight WBO champion. And that young man just changed his life, bro. He changed his life. He about to get a multiple fight deal worth more money than he'd never had in his whole life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be happier for the young man. And congratulations to him. But I'm 100. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did not see that shit coming. But this is why we watch the fights and go show me him fighting on the inside like that, bro. And go show me him him doing that shit in these last few fights, bro. He shocked the hell out of me. So salute to him for beating back adversity and then running right through that shit, man. That was a hell of a performance, bro. Hell of a performance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was, man. I mean, I didn't see that coming, and you know, and you're right. He's back against the wall, and when you're back against the wall, man, you just go for broke. You know, you just go just to, to try to look good. You know, and I'm happy for the young man. You know, I really like a good comeback story, and
Yeah.
he had a good one last night. And like I say, I don't know who that guy was last night, but man, oh man, I mean, he was throwing with some authority, man, and Giovanni Santani face was just blood all over the place.
OG, it wasn't just the authority because I watch all his fights. It was because he throw everything hard, Brian Norman, but it just be like a bull in a china shop, so to speak. When he started getting into his bag on Giovanni, bro, it was the timing. It was that he was throwing them uppercuts and them hooks at the exact right. I'm talking about the moment that Giovanni would duck his head, bro. It looked like he was ducking his head into the uppercut because his fist was right there waiting on him, like just perfectly timed and shit. Giovanni would try to jump in and he would counter with the uppercut perfectly. I was like, yo, if this is him, just I'm standing my ground and I can take punches, but my counter punches are so devastating. If this is who he gonna be moving forward, problem. You got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you,
You
147.
got a problem on your hands, like you're cheating on the test, bro. Like he did that. I'm excited for him. But do you got anything else on him? Because we got to talk about your boy, man.
That's all I have. That's all I have on Brian. Yeah, congratulations to Brian Norman. Yeah.
All right, OG. It's been a tough couple. It's been a tough year for you, man. First, Jamel Charlo. You know what I mean? We saw what Canelo did to him. Now you gotta talk about Emmanuel Navarrete, man. Your boy. You love you some Emmanuel, man. Emmanuel win it good, got his ass in there with a 40-year-old OG. A 40-year-old, this dude 40, man. This dude barely beat Yvonne Mendy, and your boy let him do him like that. What happened, OG?
Man, you know,
Talk to me.
Undisciplined, and he admitted it. You know, the Twinkies, the cupcakes, you know, all that. You know, he got away with it so far, and then like Tim Bradley said, you know, I have to agree with him. You know, that gonna catch up with him sooner or later, and caught up with him last night. Because once they read off the rules and regulations in the center of the ring, I looked at Navarrete. He didn't have no abs. He looked like he just swallowed a basketball or something. And that affects your power because he did hit Berinchyk with a couple shots. It didn't move him. It didn't do nothing to him. Not like Valdez, you know. Then he was missing a lot. He was missing big time. Uppercut. You know, normally he'll keep swinging till he push you back, hit you with something, 1, 2, whatever. but not last night. And when you miss punches and you hit nothing but air, that takes a lot out of you, especially when you overweight. And and that's his problem. Moving weight ain't moving up in weight is not the problem. You gotta be more disciplined. Now he said he gonna try to be more disciplined, and not eat Twinkies and all that. I mean, you know that. I mean, you've been boxing for a long time, but he did say this that he gonna ride this out, whatever it is. He said, "I know I win, but it's sloppy. I know I win and it don't look great, but I'm gonna ride it out as long as I can." Well, okay, well, keep riding it out, and you're gonna find yourself hurt. So you need to get in shape, and you need to do the right thing. That's what he need to do,
Yeah.
and then he can be more dominant. But he was out of shape. The punches, it didn't matter because he wasn't landing them. It wasn't nothing but air, and they got it right. Berinchyk, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing last night. So I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at the win. But
Now,
mm,
the more I think about this, OG,
uh,
not to rub salt in your wound, but I'm very happy that your guy lost.
why is that?
I'm very happy that he lost, and I picked him to win. So
Uh,
at this point in the night, my parlay's already fucked up. So at this point, I don't care. But yeah, by the time the Navarrete fucking listen, by the
you
time
said
Navarrete, hey, look, if knockout ain't gonna do nothing, knockout ain't gonna lie to you, motherfuckers. Look, by,
you said good
by,
fucking.
yeah, by the time Navarrete and Berinchyk were getting in the ring, my shit was done. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Cordina had already lost. Frank Sanchez got his ass whooped on, which we didn't have time to talk about. Shit. The fuck else happened? Brian Norman done beat Giovanni up. I'm yelling at like shit over with at this point, right? But and then I hit the Fury and Usyk pick. I picked that one by itself, so I made some money off. But whatever.
Okay.
So at this point, my shit already fucked up. So I'm watching the fight. And as the fight go on, I'm like, well, shit, my money already fucked up. I start thinking about the lightweight division and shit. And I'm like, yo, I want Berinchyk to win the fight. I want Berinchyk to win the fight because Bob Arum and Vasily Lomachenko, they'll probably skip over Shakur and they'll make Lomachenko versus Navarrete. They'll skip over
Right.
Tank Davis and they'll make Lomachenko versus Navarrete. But now, will Loma fight his own countryman? Will he fight? Will he fight his own? Will he fight his own Ukrainian brother? And so I'm happy he won because I don't think him and Loma would want to fight each other with everything going on in Ukraine. And that fight would be absolutely not gate worthy. Free, that would be free TV. You can't pay him a lot of money. So for the lightweight division, for somebody like Shakur Stevenson to get his shot at Loma, for somebody like Tank Davis to get the Loma fight, I think Berinchyk winning the fight increases the chances of us seeing Loma in the ring with one of those people. So I'm kind of happy that your guy lost because had Navarrete won, he's a big enough name. He got the Mexican fan base backing him and shit. They could make an excuse to make a unification with him and Loma. Now with Berinchyk being practically a nobody, him and Loma the same age, and him and Loma from the same country, and Ukraine is standing together right now because we know what's going on politically over there.
Right.
I think this increases the chances of us getting Loma in a big fight. I think Shakur Stevenson fans, Tank Davis fans, I think everyone should be happy because you might see Loma have to fight one of those two for the type of money that he wants and the type of money that Bob Arum wants to make off of him because Bob Arum ain't making no money off of a Lomachenko fucking Berinchyk unification. Like that shit ain't happening. You know what I mean? So I'm with that. So that's why I'm happy about it. I think that but what do you think of that theory, man? Do you think that holds any weight, or am I just wishing on the star, man? What do you think of that?
No. You're right because see, Navarrete, he don't have a big following like we think he does. He's not a Tank Davis or anything like that, and so he would have got awarded the win. last night, to be honest with you. But he don't have that big but they wanted to make that Lomo and that Reggie fight. That's why they were gonna cross out Shakur Stevenson. Then of course they want Shakur Stevenson and that Reggie. That ain't gonna happen now. So Bob, he keep it in house. Everything gonna be in house for Bob. So yeah, that's no, you right on point on that. You right on point on it. Because Lomo, he's older now, and he's pretty much on his way out. But he showed us a little bit something last week, but that was George Cambosa, so I really don't look at that. But yeah, I think Berinchyk, and I think he will fight his countryman. Now, Usyk called him before after he won. I mean, he called him early in that day to wish him luck. But Lomo didn't call. But still, I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight with Berinchyk and Lomo. So I think they should make that fight, and they will fight each other. They will fight each other on knockout. This is boxing, you know.
Mm.
So
I think so. Here's my thing. If you Bob Arum and you running top rank and Loma's on the last leg of his career and you really ain't made no money off of him, you put him on pay-per-view one time, and the one time you put him on pay-per-view with Devin Haney, you barely broke even.
wow.
Do you want to just go ahead and give him to Tank Davis so you can finally make some money off of him? Or do you want to risk putting him in there with Shakur Stevenson, having him lose to Shakur Stevenson, and you still don't make no money off of him because him and Shakur don't sell?
Wow.
So and then if you Tank Davis, you got to get Loma before Shakur Stevenson, or the fight will never happen.
Right.
Because he done already lost to Teofimo, he done already lost to Devin, even though they weren't clear losses. He was competitive in both fights, but you can't be the last one to get Loma because they already looking for an excuse, right? To say that he's
Right.
past his prime,
Oh, right.
he's old and shit. So you got to try to hurry up and get him before Shakur get him, because Shakur gonna be there, Devin gonna be there. They younger than you. Loma's
Right.
on his way out the door. So
Right.
I think they're gonna press really hard for that fight, and I think Bob Arum might just give in when given his opportunities. Because yes, Loma will beat Berinchyk, but you ain't gonna make no money off of it. And then
Right.
how many more fights does Loma have left? Yes, he'll probably lose to Shakur Stevenson, but if you put that on pay-per-view, what you got? Like 150,000 buys, maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's
At
that.
least if
Yeah.
you put him in there with Tank, you probably make some money off of him. So we'll see how it goes. But I really think Berinchyk beating Navarrete increases the chance that we'll see Lomachenko in there with one of the two fighters that we want to see him fight. Like if you're a Shakur Stevenson fan or a Tank Davis hater, you probably want Shakur to get that fight. If you're a Tank Davis fan, you probably want Tank to get that fight. So we'll see how that shit go, man.
Right.
But it is what it is on that. What else we got to talk about, OG?
Okay. Tune in that super chat. Let me see. What's the other topic we had? I forgot, what was it. I forgot. Uh, Let me see. Yeah.
I got one when you get
Okay.
under,
Okay.
under the radar. Go ahead and catch the super chat though.
Yeah. Tune in the super chat again. He said Tank versus Berinchyk, Shakira versus Loma. Winners fight.
Nah, Berinchyk ain't a big enough name for Tank to fight him, bro. Yeah,
Wow.
Tank a pay-per-view fighter. Tank want a certain amount of money. Tank need to do a certain amount of live gate to keep making the money that he made. They won't make that Berinchyk fight. He's a practically no name fighter. The thing, the great position that Tank Davis is in also comes with a responsibility to fight names. And as much as a fan base that Tank Davis has, he has to have a dance partner. That's why the Ryan Garcia shit was. It was good. It did great numbers. Obviously, it's a great live gate, but he got to be with names. He got to be with people that are considered to be threats. You know what I'm saying? Like a Frank Martin, but then you also got David Benavidez on the undercard, and now the live gate is reported to already be on trend to do an $18 million live gate. You can't
Wow.
you can't put him in there with a 36-year-old Ukrainian that don't nobody really know that. Yeah, he beat Emmanuel Navarrete. Emmanuel Navarrete was flawed and he didn't look good in that fight at all. But Dennis Berinchyk won by by split decision. If you go look at his fights before that against Yvonne Mendy and all these other fighters and shit, he was dropping rounds to them. We don't need to see Tank in the ring with no damn Berinchyk. Let Shakur, let Shakur or Loma. It need to be Tank versus Shakur, Tank versus Loma, or Shakur versus Loma, Shakur versus Tank. And if whichever one of them three can't get Loma, whichever one of them two can't get Loma, then the other one need to fight. You know what I'm saying? The other one need to fight Berinchyk, or Berinchyk can just sit on the side and let them three mix it up. I could give a fuck about his belt because he's just not that good to me. But that's my thoughts on it, bro. The other thing I wanted to ask you though, and talk about, it went under the radar, but Canelo Alvarez turned down Terrence Crawford
again.
Yeah, he don't want the Terrence Crawford fight either. What do you think of that, man? What's your thoughts on Canelo and kind of how he's moving? It's looking like it's probably gonna be Berlanga in September, but he turns down Turkey's offer to fight Terrence Crawford. What do you think of that?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Cause Turkey unleashed, he wanted to make that fight, and you know what? And at first, you know what? I was against Turkey. I just call him Jive Turkey, but Turkey unleashed now. I was saying he, taking the fighters over there and fighting it, but now he bringing them over here now, and I'm good with it now because he making the fights that we want to see, happen. He not letting anything marinate. He letting everything happen, and he making it, and he putting the money there. He putting the money where his mouth is, and I like it, And now he is bringing it over here. I like that. So he making it happen, and also he putting the pressure on the promoters. And I like that. Now, but as far as Terrence Crawford and Canelo is, now Canelo, he got to be the shining star. Now, if he wins, he's not the shining star. They're gonna say he did what he's supposed to do. Because when you got a guy that's coming up, I don't care how good he is, when you got a guy that's jumping up 3 weight classes, then okay, you're supposed to win, Canelo. All right, but then Canelo again, I need 200 million to fight David Benavidez. Now, Canelo, I don't know, he's trying to cash in on his way out the door, or he want to pick up a cool millions before he leaves. So I don't know which one it is. But one thing I do know is that Canelo want to pick and choose his opponents. He don't want a Crawford that's fast, younger. No, is he younger? No, he's not younger. No, Crawford older.
Crawford ain't young. Canelo like 3 years younger than him.
Right, that's what I was gonna
4
say.
years younger than him. Yeah.
Right. But that's Canelo. Canelo wants his way. Canelo wants his way or no way. That's how it is. But of course, like the zone told him, like the PBC told him, no, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna pay you all this money to fight Berlango or whatever. No, we're not gonna do that. So I mean, Terrence, same way with him. I ain't trying to hate anything, but he looking for a payday too. He's 36 years of age. He's on his way out the door. He knows it's only one person out there.
They can get him that retirement check and shit.
There you go. So, you got maybe Earl might get him a nice payday, but people don't want to see that rematch now.
Yeah, I was just about to say the thing.
Yeah.
The thing about Earl is Earl would have to build himself back up and look dominant in a couple of fights before people want to see him in the ring with Terrence Crawford again. And then
he ain't got that time.
I was just about to say the other part of that is, does Terrence Crawford have that much time left in the sport, and can Earl ever get back to looking dominant to where he was? Because I mean, that ass whooping Terrence Crawford put on him, them car wrecks, the lifestyle he was living and shit. That's that's probably, if we get that rematch, Crawford probably be 39 years old, Earl probably be 36 years old, and they both be, shells of themselves, so to speak. But we'll see how that goes. As far as like Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford, I'm to the point where Canelo, he ain't fighting Benavidez. He a fucking duck, right? He don't want no smoke with Benavidez, and he's gonna try to take the path of least resistance. And so if you giving me his IBF mandatory William Skull, or you giving me his Edgar Berlanga, his new WBA mandatory. All of a sudden, Berlanga's his WBA mandatory. But when David Morrell was there and he had the belt, they never called David Morrell his mandatory. What a coincidence! Kind of like when Benavidez was his WBC mandatory, they never called the mandatory. But as soon as Abner Yildirim come around, his former sparring partner, he get called as the mandatory. Like, it's just all the shit they do to protect Canelo, bro. It's
I
sickening.
know.
But the thing about all of that though, if my options are Berlanga or William Skull, just go ahead and give me the fucking Terrence Crawford fight, bro. Like, goddamn, like just let him have the fight. Now, I suspect I know what's gonna happen in it, but we'll see. But give Bella faith and Rolo in the photo. Just give them what the fuck they want. They think Terrence Crawford is a goddamn walking Jesus Christ and reincarnated in boxing. Give him the goddamn fight, man, because he'll put up a better fight for as long as it lasts than Berlanga will, bro. So just give him the goddamn fight. But if you Canelo Alvarez, where I do think that he's right, and some people may not like me to say this, but I'm gonna give my authentic and honest opinion. OG, Canelo Alvarez gets nothing but a paycheck from beating Terrence Crawford. That's all he will get. Like, and I know Canelo don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about credit, right?
Yeah, right.
Only when it suits him. But Terrence Crawford would do nothing because if Canelo knocks him out or beats him,
he's supposed to do
then
that.
it's gonna say then it's just gonna be, oh well, Terrence Crawford was just too little. He dared to be great. Canelo was just too big for him. But now Terrence Crawford can just go back down to 154 or whatever, and he can still continue to be a great fighter. All Terrence Crawford got to do to win is just be competitive. He don't even have to win the fight. If Terrence Crawford, matter of fact, he don't even have to be competitive. If Terrence Crawford go in there and fight with heart, which Jermell Charlo did not fight with, all he got to do is fight with heart, and he can get steamrolled. And people gonna be like, well, he's a pound for pound fighter. He dared to be great. He went up 2 or 3 weight classes. Now he can go back to 154 and he can whoop everybody ass. So it's a win-win for Terrence Crawford, and it's a lose-lose for Canelo, other than just money, because he's literally in a situation where if he knocked the dude out, the dude was too little anyway. If he beat the dude was too little anyway. And if he loses to Terrence Crawford, he got exposed. Terrence Crawford has nothing. He would be risking absolutely nothing. From his legacy to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's why it's a win-win for him. So it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. So that's how I look at it. Cause Canelo wants it his way or no way at all. And Terrence Crawford, he don't have that long to go. He don't have time to wait for Earl Spence, like you said. He don't have time to wait for Earl Spence to build himself back up. Hell, Earl Spence ain't got time. Earl Spence knocking on 35. You know,
yeah.
so
He a lot old. He a lot older than that with what his body done been through.
What?
Shit, he really in boxing years, he might be 45, man.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Cause Earl Spence. Hey, I'm still an Earl Spence fan and everything, no doubt about it. But hey, KQ gonna tell the truth too. Earl body been through too much trauma, and he can't just do the things he used to do. And yes, when he fought Danny Garcia, okay, Danny Garcia was slow and he was tailor made for Earl, and Earl, went on and won the fight. But then you see what happens when he was in there with Terrence Crawford. I don't know what the problem was. Everybody come up with all these excuses, but
Nah,
he got
ain't no excuse or whatever
right.
happened.
He got his ass whooped, yeah, he got his ass whooped. That's all.
Because whatever, if he weight drained, shit, he hired his nutrition. Shit, he hired his nutritionist. If he weight drained, he hired his nutritionist. If he was weak, shit, he hired his strength and conditioning coach.
That's what I'm saying. Then,
if it was the game plan, he hired Derek James.
Know what I'm saying? Then
so you can't really come up with no excuses. So I got to go back to the lightweight division because I did just see this while we were talking. Dennis Berinchyk called out Shakur Stevenson last night after the fight.
Yeah, he did.
And Shakur Stevenson says, finally somebody called me out. So do you give Berinchyk any shot to do anything with Shakur if that fight happens?
No. Hell no. You won last night, Berinchyk. Okay. But out of the 4 champions, you are the weakest link, dude.
Facts, bro.
And you wasn't really you wasn't really scoring yourself. You more active, and of course he was chopping down, and he was missing. And and no, that ain't gonna work. And matter of fact, I don't think he gonna hold that belt that long.
Hey,
His first,
Berinchyk ain't he don't talk like this dude, but he's like it's like when Rolly had a belt at the 140-pound division.
uh,
You just knew everybody would whoop his ass.
right,
That's what Berinchyk is at 135 pounds. He ain't no clown or nothing, but you just know
right,
for a fact, like all of the champions is looking at him like, shit, that's an easy unification. Even the prospects, like
right,
Abdullah Mason right now, like shit, I could be a world champion. Shit.
man.
Keyshawn Davis, like, man, I could be a world champion. All I gotta do
You
is
know,
beat this. All I gotta do is beat this motherfucker. Shit,
man.
sign me up. They all. I bet you Bob Aaron. As soon as Berinchyk won the fight, Bob Aaron phone started ringing off the hook from all his 135 pounds. Raymond Murtala called him.
Oh my God,
Keyshawn Davis called him. Abdullah Mason called all of them on the phone right now,
man.
trying to
And
get that Berinchyk fight, man.
man, and those guys to look out for. I'm telling you, Abdullah Mason, on Chushu. I mean, all these guys. These are the next generation of fighters. Earl and Terrence, they on their way out the door. Bye bye.
Yeah.
So these are other fighters that gonna be standing out. Tank Davis. Tank Davis said, "Hey, I want to fight maybe about 6, 7 more fights, and that's it."
Man, I hope you don't do that, bro, because they're making like 32, 33. We got to stay at least till like 35, bro. 35, 36, man. Give it like 10 more, Tank. Give
Right.
it like 10 more fights. We need about 10 more fights, man. You be good, bro. Damn.
Yeah. So.
But OG, that's really all I got, man. It's been a great show. You got anything else?
Oh no. That's it. That's it, man. I'm. That's it. I'm just about to go back to bed, man. I'm tired, man.
Already. Look, salute to the chat. Y'all smash the like button for KQ.
Yes,
Thank you to everybody that donated in the Cash App. I'm sorry I couldn't shout y'all out. I had to do it from my phone. I have my computer fixed for the live show tomorrow, though. But y'all have a great rest of your weekend, OG. Get you some rest. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see y'all. I'll be live tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And KQ, you going live tomorrow morning or not?
Yes. Yes, sir. I will be live tomorrow morning, same time. Be off Tuesday. All right.
Already. Well, y'all have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see y'all soon, man.
All right. Take care. We out of here. Peace and love.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.